There's a forest in our town of Juno that is said to hold your most haunted and deadliest fears. A place that will probably kill you, scar you, or traumatize you for life. Me and my brother went through there and... oh god, why did we go there? Let me tell you what happened from my perspective.
You ready to go yet, Jacob?
Just about ready. Hey, do you think the flashlight will need new batteries?
It probably wouldn't hurt to add some more.
Okay, I'll pack a few extra just in case.
Alright, bro. But hurry up already!
That's my brother, Max. He isn't the most patient of people, but he is tough and has a good heart. Just wish I was strong enough. Pretty soon we left and drove off to where the path starts in the forest.
So, what is the thing we're supposed to do for this forest ritual thingy?
We need to stay on the path and face whatever horrors this place throws at us. It's a pretty simple concept.
And what happens if we stray off the path?
We won't stray off, bro. Nothing will be scary enough to throw us off. I'm sure of it.
Boy, will I regret those words.
We're here.
Let's go then!
Right.
Are you absolutely sure we should do this? This is a forest where many have entered and few have left alive.
Let's just hope we're among those few.
Yeah, but this is suicide.
Bro, we'll be fine. Don't worry.
Afterwards, we walked into the forest. And that's when the nightmare began. We charted through the first row of trees. The path seemed rugged, but relatively neat. We thought things were going to be just fine. It was pitch black out there, but the flashlight brightened the path enough for us to pace our way through.
This is boring. I thought there was going to be monsters popping out at us or something.
We just started, bro. I'm pretty sure the scares don't happen until you least expect them.
Yeah, but... What was that?
I don't know. And I don't really want to find out. Let's keep going.
Right.
We just continued down the path, attempting to ignore and forget whatever we just heard. Soon things started popping up and began causing mischief. Of course.
Alright, this path is getting ridiculous. I swear, we have been here before about 5 times already.
Do you think we've been walking in circles? We haven't came across a crossroad yet, so I doubt that we have been.
I don't know. It's just this feeling I have. And do you get the feeling that we're being watched?
Yeah, it's highly unsettling, but I'm sure we'll live. It's probably just our imagination going crazy.
But we heard the exact same thing. It can't just be our imagination, bro. It just can't.
Quit being ridiculous, bro. We won't come across any monsters on this path. Sheesh, you need to calm down, bro. You're going crazy.
Yeah, but... Bro, look out!
Huh?
Standing right behind us was something large and shadowy, standing about 7 or 8 feet tall, about maybe 30 feet away from us, just watching us. I couldn't get a clear picture of what it was, but it was certainly big. One of its most noticeable features were its glowing red eyes, sometimes switching to green and back to red. All we knew was that we had to keep moving forward, try to avoid it. But we always had the feeling it was right behind us, plotting.
Shush! Now do you think it's just my imagination?
No. But it's still a ways behind us, so let's just keep going. No sense in stopping now.
Right.
Then he pulled out a baseball bat. With no one came prepared. You brought a baseball bat?
Yeah, beat the monsters to death if we ever came across them.
I think that may piss them off more than kill them.
It's either this, or we get eaten. Your choice.
And I choose baseball bat now. Let's go!
Okay.
The trail only seemed to get even more twisted and even more stagnant. The creature was still behind us no matter where we went, till we suddenly came across a road that led to a worn-down house. It was only one floor and seemed like it hadn't been touched for maybe 60 years. We had the bright idea to walk into it for some brief shelter. Big mistake.
That was close. This place looks dusty. But at least we could stay put and rest for a bit.
Yeah. At least. It feels like we've been walking for hours.
It's only been 57 minutes, bro.
Seriously, Max? It seems like it's been longer.
I'm pretty sure, bro. I think the moonlight is making you go crazy. Oh, look! It's starting to rain.
We're in a building. How can there be rain in here? What the? I touched the drops and kept pouring from an unknown source, and every time it touched my skin, it burned it. Has it rained, maybe? No, couldn't be. If it wasn't, there would be holes in the roof. But if it wasn't rain, and it wasn't acid rain, what was it? Then I made a mistake of turning around and looking up. Standing right behind me was a tall and slender-looking creature with very pale skin, thick claws, and a face filled with sharp teeth and big, wide, creepy eyes, with tiny black irises and pupils. And it had a horrific smile on its face, and it was drooling, staring at us. All we could do is sit there, frozen in horror and terror, unable to move at first.
What in the hell is that?
I don't know, but... RUN! We bolted out of the room and the creature let out a blood-curdling screech, then chased after us. We ran as fast as we could through the trees, ignoring the path for our own safety, and bolted faster and faster. We lost it. But I soon made the terrifying realization that me and Max were separated, and I was alone now, away from the path. I tried to look for the path, but all I could find was trees after endless trees. Luckily, my flashlight battery was full, and I still had my extras. But then again, what would it matter? Probably gonna die anyways. I looked around and it seemed like the forest was just getting narrower and narrower, and eyes were staring at me from behind each and every trunk. I was running out of breath and I stopped for a minute. That is, until I heard deep, demonic breathing coming from right behind me. I looked up and found some kind of structure, like a wall or a piece of a fort or something, and I ran for it, trying to shake the creature, and I ducked and hid behind the wall. I glanced over to see the creature. I was right about it being around 7 to 8 feet tall, but it had repulsive, black, scaly skin. It had long, muscular arms with very sharp, blood-stained claws at the end of each one. I just hope it wasn't the blood of Max. Its eyes were still that disturbing red with a greenish tint to it. Horrific pits of malevolence. Its teeth were sharp and its mouth was drooling black and red fluid. Now making me vomit at every smell and sight. I tried to hide again and closed my eyes to catch my breath, trying to stay quiet. But I had
stupid curiosity to look up. It was looking right at me from the top of the wall. I could only sit there in fear and shock. My heart was slowly stopping at the sight of it. It pounced and landed in front of me. Its breath was worse up close. Then it began to speak in a dark, deep voice.
You are different from all of those that live this forest. All of those adolescent fools who wish to seek thrill, unaware of their ongoing fate. None of them was smart enough to lose me, nor brave enough to gaze upon me. Again, you weren't very bright. You separated from your brother and left him to die. How utterly selfish of you. Now, look at yourself and see what you really are.
Terrified, I'm scared to look at the reflection. And I just realized we were near a huge lake. It was covered in a blanket of mist with moonlight reflecting off of it. For fear of dying now, I peeked into the water. My face and hands were transformed. My face looked normal, but my eyes, they were pitch black with white irises. And I was crying black ink. It was a thick fluid and it was dripping fast from my eyes. My hands were black claws covered in the same ink. I screamed in terror and fear and ran away as fast as I could, jumping over logs and tossed a rock at the demon. It was coming for me, fast, roaring and laughing, eager for me to perish and be ripped into pieces. I slid under another log and dodged and ran through the trees, then hid behind a large trunk. I couldn't see or hear the demon anymore. I lost it. I looked at my hands again and they seemed to be back to normal, and I sighed in relief. And I looked up and began running, trying to find my way out, until I ran into my brother. He was covered in scars and blood and was panting hard. I was so scared.
Max? Jacob, we need to go! Now!
Right. We began running through the trees until we finally bolted through. We saw streetlights from afar and knew we were home free. We rushed and left from that forest. We threw what belongings we had left into the trunk of our Jeep, entered it, and sped off as fast as possible. Once we got home, we tried forgetting what we saw. We had nightmares for days on end. But that demon's words and image, they never left my head. I almost lost my life and even my brother. Let this be a warning for those who are listening. Do not enter that forest. It's for your good. And don't